name is Dr. Kate Truitt, and let's continue our discussion about burnout. So perhaps you're noticing watching these videos that you meet some of the criteria, or you meet all of the criteria for burnout. So what's next? Burnout is something that can be managed and recovered from when appropriate steps are taken. See, prior to burnout, we're not burned out, which is really good news. So your mind and your body have a history of functioning in a healthy and resilient space. So one of my favorite questions to ask my patients is, prior to this moment when you're moving into the acknowledgement of possible or probable burnout, what is different now compared to before? Let's take that question a little deeper and go, what is different within your self-care? What is different in terms of your time management? So I invite you to grab a pen and paper, and we're just going to go through a series of questions to help you move a little more deeply into the things that have changed in your world that might be playing a role in regards to your burnout. I truly believe that old adage, knowledge is power. And so the first step of overcoming burnout is learning about how have we gotten to this space. So question number one, when it comes to your eating habits, your drinking habits, your exercise habits, what is different now compared to before? When you think about working out, how do you feel? Has it changed? When you think about your relationship with food or alcohol or other substances, has your feeling state changed towards your use of those substances? How we feel is equally as important as the behaviors we engage in. Now the next question, are you working longer or shorter hours now compared to before, when you weren't burned out? How do you feel about the amount of time and energy you're committing to your work? About what you accomplish at the end of each day? Has it changed? Has your productivity gone up or down? Now this one might sound a little strange, so I'll explain it a little bit. When everyday work notifications show up in your world experience, so Slack message, a text message, the chime of iMessage, that world-renowned sound, an email, a phone call, do you notice a physiological or emotional shift when those notifications come through? It's not uncommon when we start to feel burnout to have what I call a cortisol bath experience, when a missive from somebody else shows up in our world and says, you need to take on a task. A felt sense of obligation with every email that can cause us to be more reactive or sluggish, avoidant. And write down if you notice any of those particular stimulus triggers. Maybe email is fine, but a text message chime is not. So now that you've taken stock of these primary categories, just take a second and read through them. And as you read through things that have changed or not changed, notice any ways that you've participated positively or less than preferably in the change occurring. This is the first step to moving into a decreased state of burnout and redeveloping your own internal resiliency. And now notice any thoughts or feelings that come up. And we're going to wrap up this little video with I'd just like to invite you to write down 3 things that you can do differently. Now these are not expectations. I actually don't want you to feel any pressure to take action. Just 3 things that you wish would change, 3 opportunities for a shift, 3 things that could be different. And I look forward to seeing you soon. The first step of every healing journey is intentionally seeking to learn about ourselves at a deeper level.